Hi, my good people. How are you doing today? I'm blessed. Welcome. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing how to fill DS-260 form. And I'm going to be giving all the information, all the guide to filling your DS-260. And we're also going to be talking about the top mistake that you should avoid, the tips and the tricks for you to have a successful application of this form. Okay, yes. So guys, once you log into diversity program website, which I'm going to be providing on the description box, after you check on the result and you have confirmed that you have won, the user will give the link where you can follow Counselor Electronic Application Center, and that is CEA, using your case number and the invoice number that they're gonna provide. Okay, because after people win the green card, they provide for the case number, and each individual, they have their own unique number. Okay, and after that, you're gonna click on immigrant visa and alien registration. You have to be specific on this one, and this will take you to the DS-260 form, and you're gonna start filling out the form. There are different sections that is provided on the DS-260 form, but you start with the personal information, and this information include your full name, date of birth, gender, and marital status. So for those people that had made a mistake with their names when they were doing their initial application for the DV lottery or the green card, you have the chance to change it here for you to have the up-to-date information and information that is correct. Okay, so you have to make sure that in this DS-260 you have a second chance of writing everything correctly. Okay, so make sure that you do that. And if you say that you are single and you are married, you cannot come here and start saying that now you are married, because that will be automatic visa denial, as you left out or you decided to give the KCC wrong information, and they take it too serious when it comes to the marital status. So for this one, you're gonna maintain what you stated in your initial application. I hope we are together there, because if you don't do the correct thing, I don't know why people decided to leave out this crucial information, but you gotta stick with this kind of information, because this is taken very serious. Okay, is
Yes.
this to enter your information, that is your address, your phone number, and the email address. Okay, you have to provide the address that you can be able to prove that you are staying there, and in case of anything, they can be able to use your address. And also this happened to the phone number, and also it happens to the email address. Make sure that you're using your own details for your own good, because this is your application. You shouldn't be using anyone's information. If you have to create something new, like a phone number, like if you have to take a new one, you have to go to do what you gotta do for you to provide the information that is correct for you. And the next part is entering your passport information, including your passport number, expiration date, and the country that you are issued. So for the passport part, it's not a must that you have a passport for this DV 2024. However, you will need the passport when you are going for interview, so that they can put the visa on your passport. So if you don't have a passport, make sure that you apply the passport immediately. And after doing that, then you can unlock the DS-260 for you to add it later on the DS-260 form, so that you don't get the delay when it comes to your visa. Okay. And this one is providing information about your family member, including their names, date of birth, and the relationship with you. And as I mentioned, I had a lot of questions when it comes to the naming of the kids. Some people messed up on that or misspelled on that. So you have the chance to correct the naming convention here. You have the chance to correct the date of birth and the relationship that they are to you. One thing that you can't mess up is if you say that you have 0 kids during your initial application for the green card, then you gotta maintain that, because they will ask you, why did you leave the children out? This is very crucial information, and you should have included all the dependents that you have in the initial application. Else, if you go and say that you have the kids, they will ask you, why did you leave them, and they can be automatic visa denial. And please, you have to note that if you go to the interview and you fail the interview, they're not gonna be returning your money back. Okay, your money is gone. So you have to be very careful on this. Some decision, you have to live with that. I know some people are asking me a question: can I also invite them later in the US, even though I did not include them? One, they have a way of checking the date of birth from the certificate and the document that you're gonna provide. So now telling them after coming to the USA that you have kids that you never included, they will check the date and they will realize that you gave the wrong information from the word code. So some of these mistakes have costed some people, such that they are staying or living apart from their dependent just because of this one mistake. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Please comment down below and let me know if you need more clarification on that. Number 7 is enter your education and work history, including your highest level of education, current occupation, and the previous occupation. So now let's talk about education. I know there is confusion when it comes to like vocational education on what to select when you're doing the initial application. You have the chance to choose here. The minimum qualification that they need is only high school diploma. So that is what they call it here in the USA. And with a mean grade of D- and above, depending on the country that you are from, you have to check on that. At least I know of Kenya, how they check on that. And for those people that put degree and they are all in college, they have ongoing degree education, you have to put that it's ongoing because you don't have a graduation date with you. Because if you say that you have already graduated and then you go to the interview and they ask you for certificate, because every case and every interview is different. So sometimes they ask for all the evidence that you put forward. Okay, and now let's talk about faking certification. I had a question of someone asking me, can I fake a certificate for the KCSE? First of all, for the high school education, first of all, you cannot fake a certificate, because they're gonna need an examination board. Like for example, for Kenya, they will ask you to go to request for the KCSE board to send the certificate to the embassy. So if you can't do that and you already provided the fake document, they're gonna put you on their system that you provided fake document, and this will affect even your future. So do not try to put. It's better you go with work experience of 2 years and they deny you, knowing that you are legit, and you can try next time. Okay, I hope we are together there. And same case goes to the previous work where you have been working, because if they ask you for the place of work contacts or let's say the phone numbers, and they call the company, and the people that they call, they say that you haven't been working there, then that could read for could lead to red flag, and they may deny you the visa. So be truthful when you're filling this information, and don't leave anything blank if you have been asked the information. Okay. Yeah. They will also ask you about the question about your travel history, including whether you have been to the United States and what was the purpose. Remember, if you have gone to the United States and you had a specific reason, you have to remember what you said when you are applying the visa, because it could affect you if you lie there. So if you say, let's say you traveled as a tourist, make sure that you maintain that. If you have traveled other country, make sure that you're maintaining the history, the date is correct, because they're gonna be checking your passport to see the stamp of the country that you have visited. Okay. Yes. Let's go to the next thing. So they will also ask about the question about your background, whether you have been arrested, convicted of a crime, or participated in terrorist activity. If you know you have a case in the police station and they took your fingerprint, it's good to tell them which date or did that happen. Okay, because they will be able to check when you go for your background. For when you go in for your background certificate, they call it police certificate. The police certificate will include those things, and also the number, I think the reference number that they can call your department of what do we call it, department of what, CID, let's say CID. They can be able to call CID and give the reference number that is provided on the police certificate, and from there they can be able to see if you have cases with the CID, if you have been arrested. So be truthful to the end, and don't leave blank, don't leave no information, because they will be able to find, as they normally do, the background before you go for your interview. Okay. And the last thing they will ask you, they will tell you to upload the digital photo of yourself, and this one that meets the US photo requirement, and they're gonna show you what is required on that. So make sure that you're following that. Okay, the background, the sizes, and yeah, the outfits that you should wear. Not having like the glasses when you're taking the photos, not putting the hood on, those kind of things. Okay. Yeah. And this one, a reviewing and confirmation of your information before you submit. Make sure that you go through the form over and over again to check for any blanks, to check for any misspelled name, to check of any misspelled date of birth, anything. Just go through it, check wrong date or something like that, to make sure that before you submit the form, everything is in accordance to the information or the document that you're gonna be providing when you're going for your interview at the embassy. Okay, now let's talk about the tricks and the tips, mistake that you should not do. Like I mentioned, don't fail to give any information that they are asking. Don't leave any blank information on your DS-260 form. Please make sure that you read over and over again before submitting. Make sure that you don't submit the DS-260 too late. Do not delay. Make sure that you submit on time. As soon as the result comes out, submit the DS-260 to avoid delay. And do not give wrong education information, especially if you don't have a certificate to prove. Do not give inaccurate day for traveling. And do not miss to list all dependent the children that you have, because that you don't have finances. Let me tell you guys, you have to include them, and there is a check mark or the checkbox on the DS-260 where you can select that you will not be traveling with your kids at that time, and it's understandable and they know. So if you're worried about finances, there is a choice of including them, because for the sake of inviting them in future. Okay, I hope we are together here. Please let me know if you have any question for me. I hope this information is helpful to you, and I wish you the best on May 6th. We're gonna be doing a live session here to check those results with you guys as we celebrate the goodness of God.